Some truths were never erased. They were simply buried beneath centuries of dust. The ages rolled on, like rivers forgetting their source. Empires rose and fell, and yet, in the silence between history's loudest moments, certain books continued to whisper. One of those books is known as the Book of Jubilees. The first time I read it, it felt unlike anything I had seen before. It wasn't just another retelling of Genesis. It was a hidden account, written as if the heavens themselves were narrating, not from the eyes of men, but from the eyes of the angels who stood there and saw it all unfold. It is ancient, mysterious, to some even forbidden. To me, it felt like a lost key, one that unlocks doors religion has long kept sealed. It speaks of the creation of the world, but with details the book of Genesis leaves untold. It speaks of the angels, of the watchers, of the giants, and of how God arranged time itself in perfect cycles. The Book of Jubilees claims Moses did not return from Mount Sinai with only the 10 Commandments. He returned with the calendar of heaven, the record of generations, the map of sin, and the promise of redemption. And perhaps, if we understand what was written there, we might start to see our world with entirely new eyes. When Moses climbed Mount Sinai, he carried more than stone tablets in his destiny. He carried the burden of an entire nation, a restless people, quick to doubt, quick to complain, quick to wander from the truth. But at the summit, he found far more than he expected. The mountain shuddered under storms, lightning tore across the sky, and in the silence between the thunder, the voice of God spoke. Yet, he did not speak alone. According to the Book of Jubilees, angels of the presence stood beside Moses, radiant beings who serve at the very throne of the Almighty. They do more than witness, they record. They are heaven's scribes, writing the unbroken history of the world since its first dawn. For 40 days and 40 nights they instructed Moses. They gave him more than laws. They gave him the map of time. Every turning point in human history was laid before him, organized into perfect cycles called Jubilees, spans of 49 years. The birth of Adam, the fall of Cain, the flood of Noah, the Tower of Babel, the call of Abraham, the exodus from Egypt. Nothing happened by chance. All of it was written into a divine timeline long before it occurred. And Moses, he did not just hear these things, he saw them. The celestial tablets carved not by human hands were set before his eyes. When he descended the mountain, he carried more than commandments. He carried the weight of knowing that past, present, and future were woven together by the hand of God. Perhaps that is why he did not tell them everything. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. We all know the line, but what came before that moment? The Book of Jubilees gives us an answer that shakes the soul. Before matter, before time, before the vast reaches of space, God created the angels, not all at once, but 2 sacred orders first. The angels of the presence, who stand unceasingly before his throne, beholding his glory, and the angels of sanctification, guardians of the sacred, teachers of righteousness to all creation. These beings were not made to serve mankind. They were made before mankind, and they witnessed creation as one might witness a symphony, each note played by the very voice of God. They saw light being divided from darkness. They saw the waters gather. They saw the firmament stretched out like a veil over the formless deep. And with each act, they bowed and sang. The Book of Jubilees claims these angels were commanded to record every stage of creation, etched forever in the archives of heaven. They would later teach Adam and his sons how to pray, how to fast, how to repent, how to give offerings. They warned humanity of the nature of sin. But as history would prove, not all remained loyal to their mission. There is a story the Book of Genesis only whispers, but the Book of Jubilees shouts. It is the story of the angels known as Watchers. They were sent to observe the earth, but instead they longed for it. Their gaze fell upon the daughters of men. Beauty tempted them. Desire overtook them. They descended. They took wives, and in doing so, they broke heaven's command. From this forbidden union came the Nephilim, giants of immense strength, insatiable hunger and contempt for the order of God. These giants taught mankind the arts of war, the crafting of weapons, the secrets of sorcery, and the poisons of the earth. Violence and blood filled the world. But the heavens did not remain silent. The archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, were summoned before the throne. They were given a single mission: cleanse the earth. The Nephilim were struck down. The Watchers were bound in chains, cast into shadowed prisons beneath the earth, and the flood came, a wave not just of water, but of judgment. Yet even after all was washed away, the seed of evil remained in human hearts. The celestial tablets are no metaphor, they are real. According to the Book of Jubilees, they hold every covenant, every curse, every promise, and every prophecy, all recorded by angels before they ever touched the earth. History is no accident. It is a design measured and ordered with perfect precision. From the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, territories and destinies were appointed. The wars of Canaan, the rise and fall of Israel's kings, the exile to Babylon, the coming of the Messiah, all of it was already written. The most stirring truth is that the names of the righteous are inscribed in letters of light. Their deeds are remembered in eternity. But there are other records too. The names of the wicked marked for judgment. To God, time is not a river, it is a scroll already complete, and perhaps we are living in its final pages. Why was this book hidden? Perhaps because it reveals too much, a spiritual war more intense than most religions are willing to admit. It exposes the clash between angels and demons, the secret counsels of heaven, the hidden forces that shape nations. The Book of Jubilees does not comfort, it confronts, and once you have read it, you cannot unsee it. Maybe it was silenced not because it was false, but because it was too powerful for the unprepared. Yet in our time, God allows certain secrets to surface again. And so the question remains, is your name written in the tablets of heaven? Are your choices today shaping jubilees yet to come? God is still writing the story. Perhaps this is your moment to turn the page.